Well, Pherotone Studios. Should you get an Epiphone Les Paul or an ESP ESP Ltd ec256?
Yep.
ESP Ltd ec256. So the EC is probably like Eclipse, which is Les Paul ripoff, and 256 is it's Series 2. They go up to higher numbers because that's a 4, I think.
Yeah, I think as far as the newer stuff goes, it's the lowest in the range. So it goes 256 and 400, then
600.
600, I think, and then 1,000.
1,000, yeah. Okay.
1,000's like the starting to get into the.
Do you like it?
Stuff. Not really.
Oh, do you not like it?
No, I'm only joking. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice looking guitar for a start. It sounds good.
Flamey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got like a veneer top. Yeah,
it doesn't bother me.
Looks good.
I think if it looks good, who gives it?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who gives a who cares? The only thing I personally, it's good, nice binding. The only personal thing that I have a semi-issue with is the neck finish.
Because it's glossy.
Just because I prefer a satin
this
neck.
Is glossy, yeah. It's never bothered me until I started playing satin guitars, and although it still doesn't really bother me.
I think going from that back to, it's only, it's not a big deal. I think I've always had a problem with it because of the bass that I had, which has got a horrible painted neck, which is the worst thing I've ever played for.
It's like notoriously bad on a Music Man, though.
Yeah. Music
everyone
Man,
sounds him.
Horrible paint job, but yeah, it's there's nothing bad. You can't really knock this guitar at all.
It's thinner than this, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much thinner? So I don't want to damage your guitar.
That's alright.
What, like 5mm?
Yeah.
And something weird about it, like this is square edged, the edge of yours chamfers in, like the whole way round, so...
There's no way you'll be able to see it on the camera.
Because the comment from your wife, who owns the guitar, we've stolen it from her, is that it's uncomfortable on her leg. And I was like, that's weird, because this sort of is square, and that's a big bit of timber, whereas because that, I mean, I don't think it'd bother me, and I play standing up a lot, so... But, it might bother you. Any other problems with the electrics?
Yeah, the only thing that's odd with this is that the volume for the pickup seems to be in the opposite order. So in the neck position, the volume is this one, and the bridge is there. And I believe...
So you'd expect it to be like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I've seen some videos before. I think it was Rob Chapman actually that had a similar thing with not one of his Chapman guitars, another guitar he was reviewing, and I think the justification behind it is that you're usually on a solo or something on the bridge, and it's the closest tone knob to volume knob to use. I don't know.
Really?
It just doesn't make any sense to me, but hey. Yours are right around.
Well, yes, Les Paul, isn't it? It's going to be great. Is it Les Paul? Yeah, it's still a Les Paul.
Is it?
Studio. Epiphone, just not a Gibson Les Paul. So mine, Epiphone Les Paul Studio, not the new one, the old one, so it's a couple of years old now, a few years old maybe. Really nice guitar. It's pretty much a Les Paul, to be honest. Really thick. It's not too heavy. 8.5 lubs, which is very light for a Les Paul, same as my actual Gibson Les Paul. Neck is a bit glossy. The pickups don't sound as good as a real Les Paul, but it's a third of the price.
Otherwise, you wouldn't bother getting a proper Les Paul if you could get it.
If it was identical. Stupid shaped headstock. I do think it should be identical, but yeah, really. Play the same thing in every video. So this is about 300 quid. How much is that?
I think it was 350.
So they're pretty much the same price. I'd probably go for that because I think it's a bit more exciting. Even though the coil splits...
Just for the look?
Yeah, it's a bit thinner. It's a bit more, this is classic, but if I was going to go really classic... But
would you go for this if you didn't have a Les Paul? So you say you didn't have that other Les Paul, because you would want a Les Paul, would you go for that?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. Being spoilt with a proper Les Paul.
This is really, this is just... I mean, it's pretty much a Les Paul made somewhere else, but that you've got proper binding, not spray-on binding like you get on a lot of Epiphones. I don't know if that's still the case, but it was up until quite recently. It's real binding.
Yeah.
Flamey top, which you get on Epiphones, and I've gone for a white one. But look at, I've got dots, and you've got all these.
Yeah, these flag inlays are really nice.
I hate it when they put a number in here.
Yeah,
like,
on the 12th fret.
that LTD. I think it looks terrible.
They do that on the EC 1000.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
But it just
I don't mind
looks
it.
cooler. You know, it's just a bit more exciting. And half the thing about a guitar is, obviously I wanted a white Les Paul, Lindsay Buckingham. Half the thing about a guitar is if it looks wicked, you want to pick it up and play it. And I know I chose white, but that does look really cool. And it's just got, you know, these touches. If this had binding, it would look so much better. And, you know, the big bar inlays like my real Les Paul, my real Gibson. But it's got some really nice... What are your tuners like? Mine are... Is it Grover? Really like these Grover tuners.
These are limited, LTD. Yes, made in China, so I think it's just the standard stock things that made by LTD.
Don't know where Epiphone are made. And I don't really care. Where are they made? Do you know?
No.
Mine says limited edition, custom shop. I don't think this is custom or limited
shop,
edition.
no.
Well, how is plain white limited?
What a colour. Plain white.
Yeah,
boring, plain white.
We'll make it plain white and do nothing to it. I put the chrome pickup covers on it, which makes it look a lot better. Without pickup covers, I think guitars look terrible. The Grover tuners are really nice to the point where I don't like the Clusen ones you get on Gibsons. I put these on my Les Paul.
They're they button things?
I don't know what those are.
I'm pretty sure I've had some
These are
wicked
wicked
ones.
Button things, button moon. Feels nice, nice weight. No problems with it apart from the junk I've taken out of it.
Which on another one of your videos you made worse.
It was on a chat with you, wasn't it? I picked another chunk off of it.
No, it was in the video. I saw it the other day.
Oh, were you not there?
No, you were in the video. No, I wasn't in the video. I think it was... I don't think so anyway.
Oh, when
unless
I
you made
picked
it
this
worse.
off?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were there when I did that for some reason.
Maybe I was. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about it. But I definitely watched it the other day, and you made the chunk a lot worse.
I did. Yeah, I almost took another chunk out of it, but I wanted to see if it's real mahogany with a maple cap. And look, you can see the mahogany and the maple. It's real mahogany and maple, or orthopedic, who knows? And who cares?
As long as it looks good and sounds good, don't matter, does it?
It does, and it's proper. It's just a CNC machine in a different country to Gibson. No shot, fret ends, just nothing exciting. The pickups don't sound as good as a real Gibson Les Paul, but you know, for
do you know what they are?
£1,000
Do you know what they're called?
Epiphone pickups.
Oh, thanks.
Don't know.
All right. I don't know what these are either, so I'm not...
Play a chord. How's your sound? What chord do you want to play? I'll play one afterwards with different amps. You're on a Boss Katana. I'm in a Orange Rocker 15 Terra, which means it's scary.
Just going to turn my backwards volume knobs up. Let's go for an A. Everyone loves an A.
You're on the bridge.
I'm on the bridge.
Big sounding, isn't it?
Yeah, this is...
That's brighter. It's nice.
Brighter,
Yours splits, chord
No,
splits.
it does, but I'm not. I am now.
I'll split mine. Split. Mine doesn't split. What about the next pickup?
Yours sounds a lot warmer.
Yeah, do you want to swap
Sort of bigger.
amps? Because it could be the amps. At least I remember to mute it that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep that. Oh, this is lighter.
Yeah.
And that's not a heavy Les Paul.
So that's probably, what, £7?
Do you know what this is made out of? £7. I'll give you a tenner for it. Is it mahogany with a maple cap?
I think it was mahogany. I don't think it's got... I think it's a maple veneer rather than a cap. I don't know if that's a different thing. Who knows? This definitely sounds bigger.
Bigger, and on the... You see the difference in those pickups? When you go to the bridge, it gets more of a kick. It's probably about 7 or 8. Probably 7 or 8 on the neck and about 10 or 11 on the bridge. Normally there's a big gap, but I don't know what the output of these are.
Quite high, actually.
I mean, you can change it by pickup height a bit, but I like the difference in output on a Les Paul. It suits my style of playing. Something I don't like about the Chapman ML2, which is there. They're both quite similar, but at the end of the day, just use a boost pedal. Who cares, actually? Or ride your volume knob. You're a knob.
This is the neck profile is different on this as well. It's quite.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
this feels thinner this way. Am I right? Is that what you're feeling?
No, I think this feels thinner that way.
Do you?
Yeah.
I should get some measuring tools out, but I can't actually be bothered.
I don't know, it feels different. Anyway, I'm not the best with...
I didn't actually notice, and the glossy neck doesn't bother me.
No, not the feel of the neck, like the texture of it, just the shape of it.
Ooh, that feels like it's broken, because it's so easy.
Yeah.
It feels horrible. It's all
Yeah, it's really
rattly.
loose.
You're loose.
Another one that don't get a lot of play in it.
We've got this problem with guitars at the moment. A lot of them have a tone knob where all the action is like from 1 to 3, and then from 3 to 10 it's just like on. Both our Chapmans are like it. This is like it. Is that like it? I think it's the other.
Wrong one. This seems a bit more consistent.
So I win, don't I?
You do. Yeah, I think that's...
Looks wise, definitely this. I do think I prefer that. I think that's a better guitar.
Definitely this, but you prefer
I
this?
prefer the look of this. Now this looks really nice. It's got loads of... It just looks really nice, but...
Yeah, but it depends on what you like. I mean,
I like a better guitar.
A white guitar is really nice.
Wish it had binding.
Yeah, that would make this a bit
Get the Les Paul
nicer.
custom version, but it is...
Also,
I think it sounds better.
Got your little hole from the pick guard that you're taking off?
Yeah, you can't have a pick guard.
No,
Just
that's
no.
better without.
That should be made illegal. Yeah, I think that just... I think that's a step up from this.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
It's a bigger sound, fuller.
Yeah.
And the look of it is...
Feels nicer as well. It just feels... Don't know.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
this-
this isn't carved at all, is it? It's
No,
just a slab.
and that's why that feels comfier, which is weird. And I normally like a gut cut.
Yeah, well, that's what
Tummy cut.
that's what wife said. That she didn't find that comfortable at all. She just couldn't get on with it. And she didn't like it.
Which would you buy?
Personally, I'd go for this because I like a Les Paul, and it's more like a traditional shape sound compared to that.
Yeah.
Whereas I do like the EC series of ESP Ltd guitars. So if I could afford that money, I'd go for the 1000 series probably.
There's nothing I dislike about it. I just now that I've played it, I'm not going to buy one.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Well, you had a telly version, didn't you? Roughly the same level.
that
it
was really nice.
It was a 2 something.
Yeah, it played really nice. I think it played nicer than this, and this doesn't play bad. Absolutely nothing wrong with how it plays. Apart from I can't play it. But just
It does look
doesn't
good.
quite, there's just...
Yeah. It's the entry level of the EC series at the moment, I think. I think they
my
had
telly version was...
earlier version. I think it was like a EC200.
That's the weight.
I think it was an older version.
Yeah, that telly was a 202 or 2 something, 200, I don't know. But that just, I wish I hadn't sold it. But I wasn't going to. I was just like, I've got so many guitars I bought at the moment, and I want to try some other ones out. I was like, well, I can't sell the Chapman now. The kids have taken chunks out of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell the Pherotone. I was like, well, I'll sell it.
There's so many different styles and sounds that
I've
you
got a strap.
get.
Yeah. That just feels
Yeah.
chunkier all round. Even the headstock's really... Look how thin the headstock is. What's that, about 12 mil?
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed that.
It's only a couple of mil difference, just...
Quite like the shape of the headstock though for the LTD.
Yeah,
guitars.
that's nice, and that looks stupid.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
on the new ones, they've made it more Gibson, and it's
Yeah,
still
I've
not
noticed,
Gibson.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's nice. This just feels like it feels a bit more like a toy, and that feels like you've got a real guitar.
Yeah. And it's proper Les Paul, isn't
What
it,
did your wife not like about this? Just just didn't get on with it.
I think she
Maybe the same
found it
thing as me. Can't
uncomfortable.
put a
There's
finger on
something, yeah. This you can't go, well, I don't like the neck, I don't like the
No.
body shape. It's a nice guitar. It's just there was something that didn't.
Doesn't
click.
excite me. And fun. I was looking at buying one. I nearly bought one this morning. I've nearly bought one loads of times. In fact, I nearly bought one with P90s in as well. But I'm sort of
That's
glad
a
I didn't now.
different look.
Yeah, I just want a P90 guitar, but it just doesn't. Now that I've played it, there's no. Although that feels like a huge step up, but I don't play that because I've got the Gibson version because
Yeah.
that excites me to the point where I'm like, well, why would I play that?
That's that's just another version of that.
Yeah,
That's not as good. So what's the point
Exactly, yeah.
if you've got both? Whereas everything else is kind of different.
Nothing's wrong with this though.
No.
Wicked. Absolutely no problems with it. I can't see, there's no problems in this neck bit. The frets aren't shot. Oh, time to wrap it up. you know, it's properly bound. It just looks really cool. Volute, not that I care about volute, but some people do. Neck strength, I reckon that'll still snap if you knock it over, but you know, it's a nice weight, it's a nice thickness. I like the simple controls. You know, you don't need 2 tone knobs. It's the wrong way round, the volumes, but look how flamey that is. That looks wicked.
Yeah, it is a nice finish on that.
It just looks black in that picture.
And apparently that was I think it was a limited colour or something, so.
Yeah, mine's limited edition, it says it on the back.
Oh yeah.
It's that limited white.
Limited white. Plain boring white.
Oi, nothing boring about.
Oh no,
plain.
I like it.
I hope that was helpful. Leave a comment.
Probably wasn't.
No, it was a bit vague. We didn't do much playing, but you know, everyone just plays with a load of gain on. You just want to know, you know, what it feels like, what it's like.
I think that's the thing I look for in a video as well. Is that you can hear it. Like especially if most people are going to watch it through their phone anyway, so it all sounds the same.
Yes, what's the point?
But I want to know how it feels, and obviously you can't do that unless you go and play it yourself.
Nothing wrong sound-wise. You can immediately tell if it's got terrible sounding pickups. This doesn't, and I've barely played it, but. Play my new one. Doesn't have one of the. A lot of LTDs have a really strange nut like that one. It's like all different heights and ridges all over the place. I'm making it sound weird, but look at that in a minute, you'll be like, what? Yeah, just doesn't excite me. Nothing actually wrong with it. Like the strings aren't misaligned. You know, sometimes you get that with Squires. Does the tone knob work? Does it do anything?
Notice it there.
It's 1 to 3, isn't it? It's one of those. Yeah. So yeah, but Chapman guitars do that, and something else does that. I can't remember what. My Purple Squire does that. 1 to 3, all the action, and then 3 to 10, it's just on. Yeah. But I don't do much on a tone knob, to be honest.
Yeah, I like to just have it on or off.
Yeah, I do a lot on volume, but nothing on tone. Bad guitarist. Very occasionally I would do it if it's a bit harsh, roll a bit off, but I mean, you'd have to really roll that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it, just.
I think it's just because it's. If you think about this is almost like a fake Les Paul, but a proper Les Paul, whereas that's a copy of the copy, or so much of a copy they've tried to change it, and it's just a different thing. It's not the same as having another Les Paul.
But you say that, you've got a wild card.
Good point. Chapman, similar.
Chapman rip-off. This is just a Les Paul, isn't it, really?
Good point. There's just something more about this.
What would you buy out of these three? Oh, definitely one of these two, I'm sorry. So this is a Chapman ML2 Modern. It's got reveal binding, which I really like. Volute. Little bump on the back of the neck. That's all the volute is. Oh yeah, wouldn't be without it. It's got the same problem of the tone knob doesn't really do anything from 1 to 3. So it does everything in 1 to 3, and then the rest of the way it does nothing. It's got a dot on 1. If you don't know where fret 1 is, you've got problems. Do your dot markers glow in the dark?
No.
Mine does.
Oh yeah, that's on the Pro versions, isn't it?
Yeah, you want to buy a proper one then. This plays. I think prefer that to that. I
think the neck in particular on that, it's got ebony fretboard, rolled edges, satin back.
Yeah.
It's just lovely.
Sexy little features.
And it's quite chunky as well, which I quite like.
Finish is lovely. So which single cut should you get? Probably, my only problem with their phone Les Paul, they're a bit boring, you know, standard, and this is like zhuzhed up. I like not having the pickup selector here, I prefer it here.
Do you? Yeah. I've not played it enough to care either way, but I did find it weird to start with because I was up here.
When you go between these two, you go like that and miss it, and then you'll get use the other one. You go to hit that, and it won't be there because you'll be playing the Les Paul. You know, you're getting the wrong way around. You're like, how do I change stuff? And you go back to a Les Paul after not playing one for a while, and you're like, what do all these knobs do? Which way round are they? Because the volume's at the front, the tone's at the back, I think. Genuinely can't remember. Yeah. Which would you buy? Obviously, if you had the money, you'd buy one of these two. I'm guessing. Which two of these would you buy? Well, they're both yours, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I've played this quite a bit now, and I really like it. I've never played this, so I couldn't give you a proper answer.
Could you sit that in front of this, see how similar shape they are? Is it they've just drawn round a Les Paul?
Okay. That's got quite a narrower cut, I think.
Do you think it has? I don't know. I think
Or maybe it's the binding playing tricks with my eyes.
it's quite similar.
Yeah. Slightly more pointy on the...
Yeah, it's a bit more pointy, and they've got a bit of a spoony.
Although
fur.
one really nice feature about this
Yeah,
is
all the shaping on the back and get up the dusty end.
So, like, I don't know why more guitar companies don't do that.
Yeah, they've really thought Chapman out really well. Look at the stupid shaped head stuck on this. Although these tuners are nicer. These Grover tuners, I'd put them on every guitar, happily. I think these tuners are better than that. This does coil tapping and splitting. I think new Epiphones you can get to coil tap and split, or just splits. Doesn't actually bother me, all that sort of stuff. It's just something else to add to the...
Am I right in thinking that the Pro version of the Chapmans have Grover locking tuners?
No idea.
Isn't that one?
Leave a comment if you know. Yeah, it doesn't have lock. I don't think they lock. I genuinely don't know. I haven't changed the strings yet. I've only had it 2 weeks. I don't think they lock.
They are.
Oh, they're locking.
They are.
It's got locking tuners.
Are they Grover?
Go to tune it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
It's already weird. Sorry, but...
Right, there you go. I'll mute that.
Can I please do it on the one that I've got in front of me?
Oh, okay,
Otherwise that's not...
Here's a lead. This is irrelevant, it's not a single cut, but go to tune it. I've put one of the strings out of tune. I'll work out where that tuner is. Isn't it difficult? I still can't get used to
So
it.
it's this one, right? Oh, nothing's coming out. There you go. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I can't get used to it. You sure? Yeah. So what have we? What's the point? What are we?
I can't remember what we were doing now.
We're not even playing the same guitar.
Yeah, this isn't the right
Would
thing.
you buy a Les Paul or an ESP? You'd buy sorry, an Epiphone or an LTD? I'd go an Epiphone. Would you go an Epiphone or a Chapman ML2? Bit of a tough one, isn't it?
It depends what you want. If you're after a Les Paul sound and a Les Paul look, like traditional look, you might go with the Les Paul.
Well, I bought that and you bought that, so
yeah,
that's probably one each. And you're getting rid of the LTD.
that's quite a bit older as well, isn't it? Than that.
Probably
This
4 years old.
Actually, I think
Drunk
that's a
and
few years
purchased.
actually.
Don't know.
Did you get yours second hand?
No, it was new, but damaged in the music shop. Had to change the
Oh,
switch, and the neck had a bit of a crack, but not a proper crack.
What did
so
you get it for in new?
I think 150 quid or something.
New?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, delivered, gear for music.
that's really good.
Someone had knocked it over, and then I didn't put it on the guitar hanger on the wall and took a chunk out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big difference as well. Is that's I know it was damaged,
Should have been
but
about 320.
yeah, let's call that 320. That's 500, so it's quite a big 200 quid.
Although I prefer the volume difference in those pickups, but that's more of a Les Paul thing. There's quite a big difference.
Yeah, I think we need to experiment a bit more with this because this was quite strange.
Yeah, it's lovely to play though.
Yeah, it does sound nice. It just seemed quieter than I expected it to be.
Don't know what for out of those two. I think with my guitar selection now, I would. Well, I'm getting rid of that. You can have it, and I would buy one of these.
Yeah.
But I've had one of those, so it's kind of unfair to say that because I've already got bored of the guitar.
And you've got that, which is the superior version of the exact same thing, basically.
Just a bit more exciting.
This is
But,
different.
if you don't have a Les Paul, that is a Les Paul.
Yep.
You don't need a Gibson one. The difference is minimal. The pickups sound a bit nicer, and nitrocellulose just feels a bit nicer. And it's got proper bar inlays going off in a right old town. Can I even see that? My eyesight's too bad. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching.